10 things every motorcycle enthusiast should know about the 2022 KTM RC 390. The 2022 KTM RC 390 has seen major improvements in almost all areas compared to its predecessor. The KTM RC lineup has always been admired by motorcycle and track day enthusiasts, mainly due to the affordability and fun it packs. Since the initial launch of the previous generation of the RC 390 back in 2017, there were no other rivals that could match the explosive performance, precise handling, and all the bells and whistles that come as part of the package. However, over the years, the competition has increased in the entry-level supersport segment, and the RC 390 has been feeling the heat for quite some time. The 2022 KTM RC 390 is now available for sale at a base MSRP of $5,799 and is here to compete with the likes of the Yamaha R3 and the Kawasaki Ninja 400. With major upgrades to the RC 390 in suspension, chassis, features, and many more, the 2022 RC 390 is surely one of the most enticing launches of the year in this segment. The liquid-cooled short-stroke single-cylinder motor is on board too. Here is our compilation of 10 things every motorcycle enthusiast should know about the new 2022 KTM RC 390. 10. The exhilarating performance of the outgoing model is carried forward. The DOHC single-cylinder liquid-cooled 4-valve motor that did the duty in the outgoing RC 390 is carried forward to this 2022 iteration. However, KTM has done quite a bit of tweaking to enhance the characteristics and improve the refinement level of this motor. As a result, the motor is now capable of meeting the stringent Euro 5 emission standards. The 2022 RC 390 produces an impressive 43 horsepower and 37.3 pound-feet of torque, making it one of the best of the segment in terms of performance numbers. The low-end and mid-range grunt is excellent, giving an effortless ride through cities and freeways. The top-end performance is impeccable too, with the power coming till 10,500 revolutions per minute. 9. One of the best handling lightweight supersport bikes. Handling has always been the forte of RC 390. When it comes to this 2022 model, the same ethos has been carried forward. The 2022 KTM RC 390's updated steel trellis frame is stiffer than ever, and that makes the supersport an unbeatable tool around the tight corners of a racetrack. The chassis is lighter by around 3.3 pounds too. To make the handling even more superior, at the front, the 2022 RC 390 comes with the WP Apex 43mm inverted fork, which is compression and rebound adjustable. The rear end gets rebound and spring load adjustable WP Apex mono shock with 5.9 travel. This suspension setup is superior to the outgoing setup, both on the racetracks and on roads. The front end is very sharp and poised, and the rear suspension is adequately plush, making it great for all riding conditions. 8. Reasonably comfortable suspension setup is a welcome change. One of the main gripes of the earlier generation of the RC 390 was its stiff suspension setup, which was excellent for the tracks, but not so good for daily commuting and road trips. However, with the arrival of the new suspension setup, the ride quality has improved leaps and bounds without compromising one bit on the handling front. The front end absorbs all the irregularities on the road with ease, transmitting only the biggest of the jolts to the riders. When it comes to the rear suspension, the comfort level is easily unmatched from the earlier iteration, which was too stiff and bouncy. Currently, the ride is surprisingly plush, with no drop in fun factor, as a result of making it softer. 7. MotoGP-inspired body looks impressive from all angles. The KTM RC 390 is one of the sharpest-looking motorcycles on sale in the entry-level supersport segment. Even though the design sees a tremendous change from the beautiful previous generation model, this 2022 version looks like a much bigger motorcycle due to the MotoGP-inspired front fascia and side profile. The sweeping front end and the orange-draped fairing make the RC 390 look very expensive, unlike the R3 and the Ninja 400, both of which look relatively bland. The aerodynamic mirrors, LED headlights with LED DRLs, and the stubby-looking exhaust also adds to the character of the motorcycle. 6. Sharp and confidence-inspiring brakes. The brakes of the RC 390 are sharper than the naked sibling, the 390 Duke. Offered with an identical 4-piston by Brie brake caliper with 320 mm pedal disc for the front and a 1-piston floating caliper with 230 mm disc at the rear, the 2022 RC 390 stops on a dime. The initial bite is surreal, and the braking progression makes it feel like a much more expensive supersport. It also comes with the dual-channel ABS from Bosch. For this 2022 model, the RC 390 gets cornering ABS and multiple ABS modes as well, helping it to set great track times. The ABS intrusion is very low and would only kick in at the right moment, which is highly important in track riding. 5. Comes loaded with all the tech and features. The TFT display that came with the 390 Duke makes its entry onto the 2022 KTM RC 390. This makes the dashboard more beautiful to look at and also provides all the bells and whistles that cannot be even found on motorcycles that come at double the price. All the information related to speed, RPM, trip information, warnings, and many more is displayed on this digital display. The KTM My Ride app is available, too. This app allows the riders to connect with the RC 390 with the help of their mobile phones. It works with both Android and iOS too. Music information, turn-by-turn navigation, incoming calls, messages, etc. can be viewed on this TFT display when connected to the app. Along with that, many more features like Supermoto Mode, Quickshifter Plus, MTC, etc. are standard too. 4. Build quality has seen a major improvement. KTM has always been criticized for the bargain basement build quality in some of their earlier models. Shoddy plastic quality, uneven panel gaps, rattling and squeaks, etc. were common, too. However, the 2022 KTM RC 390 has ironed out all these issues and hence feels very much comparable to the R3 and the Ninja 400. All the touch points feel precise and strong, unlike the earlier models, which were quite flimsy. The hard plastics have been replaced with softer materials, uplifting the quality feel. The switchgear quality has improved tremendously, with clicky feeling buttons all around. The paint and the weld quality are hard to fault as well. 3. An excellent track machine. The updated suspension, stiffer chassis, and a better tuned motor make the 2022 KTM RC 390 the best entry-level supersport motorcycle to take onto the track. Though the RC 390 comes with a single-cylinder motor, it is one of the torquiest motors of the segment and is a delight to hit the reverend limiter, with great performance throughout the rev range. The 6-speed gearbox is slick and precise, and that makes it a joy to use. The quick shifter, cornering ABS, and multiple traction control modes are all added advantages, making it a superb track bike. The suspension needs no changes to make it properly track spec. The braking performance is top-notch too. 2. Heating is well under control. The short-stroke high-compression motor in the earlier RC 390s was quite famous for its heating. Even though it is a liquid-cooled motor, the radiator wasn't able to keep the motorcycle's temperature under check, which led to many cases of overheating, as reported by the owners in the RC 390 forum. For the all-new 2022 RC 390, KTM has updated the radiator, which is now more curved. As a result, the radiator can extract the heat more effectively. The differently tuned motor is another reason why it doesn't heat up as much. The heat is also directed away from the rider, making the ride more manageable over long distances. 1. Spot-on ergonomics. The 2022 KTM RC 390 is supersport and the seating is quite aggressive. However, that doesn't make it uncomfortable. The clip-on handlebars are placed quite far forward and the foot pegs a bit to the back, making it more sporty than the rivals of the segment. This helps the RC 390 to retain its sporty riding position, making it an impressive machine on the track. Even after a prolonged ride around the fierce racetrack, the rider comes out with no wrist and neck pain. Even for two-up riding, the 2022 KTM RC 390 turned out to be adequate. The pillion seat offered a decent amount of space for legs. The seat is not uncomfortable like the previous model.